Angela Moore. In my 9 to 5, I work as a sustainability consultant, but in my 5 to 9, I work to green my home for me and my daughter. As a sustainability consultant, you learn quite a bit about sustainability, and I have carried over some of those things that I have learned in my home. So I am going to show you 4 ways that I have saved quite a bit of money over the years, and not only that, have made my home a lot healthier and greener. These 4 different ways of greening your home is some of the most powerful and impactful ways to green your home. Working in sustainability, there's many different pillars of sustainability and elements of sustainability, but these 4 elements or pillars of sustainability will always save you more money and create a greener and healthier home. So let's get into those 4 elements. And they are energy, water, waste, and indoor air quality. Energy is the first one I'll touch on. Since working in sustainability, energy is one of those areas that usually costs homes and organizations more money than you can imagine. But it actually is one of those ways that's most researched in the area of environmental sustainability. And so energy is one of those areas of sustainability that I really work on in my home. There are several ways for you to reduce your energy consumption within your home, but the 2 main ways that I like to reduce energy consumption in my home is to automate all of electronic uses and to really pay attention to my energy consumption throughout all of the seasons. Where I live here in St. Louis, we experience all 4 seasons. And so I really have to pay attention to how much energy I'm using to heat and cool my home. One of the ways that I do that is I first invested in a smart thermostat. I automated that human behavior within that smart thermostat. So I programmed my thermostat to heat and cool my home at a certain temperature and during a certain season. And this takes away the human error of trying to figure out when to heat and when to cool. And having a smart thermostat really just takes out the guesswork. But not only that, it actually saves a lot of money. Depending on which thermostat that you use, some thermostats will send you a report yearly and some will send you a report monthly. The thermostat that I have is an ecosby. I have also had a Nest before in my previous home before I moved into this loft, but in this loft I chose an ecosby because this loft is a little bigger than the home that I previously had. So the ecosby, they usually send out a monthly and yearly cost analysis of how much energy you saved by using a smart thermostat and how much money that you saved by using a smart thermostat. Additionally, I also put lighting on an automated system. So I also installed smart lighting or Wi-Fi switches. And I did that to help to turn off lights when it becomes light enough outside for you not to use lighting within the home. I'm pretty fortunate that I live in a loft and I have 3 walls full of windows, so I rarely use lighting. And when I do use lighting in the evening time, I use these smart switches to automate light settings in order to save money on my energy bill. So those are the 2 ways that I save money for energy. Additionally, if you really want to save money with energy, look at your utility company's website. See if they have a energy saving type of program. Here in St. Louis, my utility company does. And they have a program that will tie into your smart thermostat And at times of high demand, or when the grid will be close to high demand, they will somewhat take over my thermostat and adjust temperatures in order to decrease the amount of energy that I am using in high demand times. So that's another way that I save money with energy, and the utility company will send you a notification and say, hey, we're going to switch to a lower setting, or they'll say, we'll switch to your saving setting because it's in high demand time. And so the utility company automatically switches my thermostat to a lower setting, or sometimes a higher setting, before they begin the energy saving event. So those are the two main ways that I save money: is a smart thermostat, and I automate all of electronics through smart switches. And a bonus is, if your utility company participates in an energy saving program, definitely sign up for it, because that too will save you a lot of money in the long run. The next way that I save money, and I never really see how much I save here, but that is in water consumption. I live within a loft that I pay into an HOA, and so they usually pay water and sewer. So I don't really see the water bill to see how much my unit is saving in water. But I want to do my part, although I can't see the impact that I'm making. I really do want to do my part and keep that bill low. So I make sure that water fixtures are low flow water fixtures, and I'm not consuming unnecessary amount of water throughout the day. Additionally, I check to see if there are any leaks that are happening within my unit. And this is one of the things I learned when working in sustainability as a sustainability consultant, is that leaks really can hike up your water bill by quite a bit. And sometimes leaks go undetected for quite a while, and before you know it, you have a higher water bill than what you intended to have. And some of that sometimes come from having leaks within your unit that you just can't visibly see or do not know. So I visibly check areas where water is being used to make sure there is not any leaks at all. And I make sure that each home that I've moved in, I install low flow fixtures or a dual flush toilet. And those are ways that I save water within my home. The third way is waste. A lot of people who talk about sustainability, they touch on this one a lot, because they're talking about single-use items, reusable items, recycling, composting. So waste is touched on quite a bit in the sustainability community. And yes, it's just as equal as energy and water. And I too focus on waste as well. The areas that I primarily focus on waste is not recycling, compost, and all of that. I really focus on not generating waste. And that is the one key advice that I give a lot of clients when I am consulting about waste and trying to reduce their diversion rates for green buildings. And that is, just don't generate the waste. If you don't generate the waste, you don't have to recycle, you don't have to compost. And so ways that I do not generate waste is I try to have reusables in every aspect of my home. Where reusables are appropriate. So food containers, paper towels, bottled water, food containers that are for meal prep, food containers that are for to go are also reusable. Coffee cups that are to go are also reusable. So I just really heavily focus on reusable items in my home, but I try not to bring single-use items in the home to begin with. So when I grocery shop, I do my best to see if it can come into a glass container or a container that I can reuse at some point in time. And if it's a non-glass container, I can sometimes reuse it when I have a surplus of food or I'm giving food away to friends, family, neighbors, and I can kind of reuse that container again. So when it comes to waste, my philosophy is just don't generate it, and you don't have to figure out how to recycle, compost, or reuse it. Just try your best not to generate waste, and that will create a greener home and also save you a lot of money. And the last area that I focus on in my home is indoor air quality. That's an area that I never really thought about when I was greening my home 20 years ago. But when I got into environmental sustainability as a sustainability consultant, indoor air quality became a key topic for all green buildings. And so I wanted to carry over some of those elements of indoor air quality into my home. And I just saw how much a green building can improve with improved indoor air quality. And so indoor air quality impacts your health on so many levels. There have been so much research done on this topic of how indoor air quality impact your health in the long run. And so that's one of the things that I really like to focus on in my home is indoor air quality. So how do you improve your indoor air quality of your home? One simple thing that does not cost any money at all, open your windows on days where the air quality is good. Air out your home when the air quality is good outside. Another thing that does not cost any money at all is to open your windows when you cook. Open your windows when you cook, turn on your vent hood. That really improves your indoor air quality. If you have the means to purchase a air purifier, do so. In St. Louis, allergies is really bad. Those who suffer for allergies really suffer in St. Louis because we have all 4 seasons. And so in my daughter's room particularly, I put a really powerful air purifier because she is one of those allergy sufferers in our home. Another way to improve your indoor air quality is stay away from harsh cleaning chemicals. There really is not a need to use them in this day and age when there's so many eco-friendly cleaning products out there that you can use that are just as effective as the harsh chemicals. And even if you are using a eco-friendly cleaner, open your windows when you clean. This will really improve your indoor air quality. If you have pets in your home, ensure that you are grooming your pets on a regular basis so it will lessen the danger that is in the air. I know my standard poodle does not shed, but I regularly take her to be groomed just to lessen the dander that is in the air, to help my daughter to breathe a little easier since she is an allergy sufferer. And the last way that you can improve the indoor air quality in your home is to regularly dust. Regularly dust your home and get some of that dust out of there. My home is one of those homes that need to be dusted very, very, very often. I live in a old warehouse that they converted to homes, lofts. And so I've noticed it's very dusty in here because my HVAC system has an exposed air duct system. So it gets very, very dusty in here. And so air quality, improving your indoor air quality will really help. And if you have the space, plants, put in plants to improve your indoor air quality. Snake plants are really great for improving indoor air quality. I have tons of plants in my home. I absolutely love them, but they also improve the indoor air quality in my home. So those are the 4 ways that I green my home, save money, and create a healthier environment through sustainability principles. And those principles, elements, highlights are energy, water, waste, and indoor air quality. If you can touch on those 4 areas of your home in greening your home, I promise you, you will save so much money over the years by improving your energy usage, your water usage, by not generating waste, and even improving some elements of health by increasing your indoor air quality so that it is good. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, and thank you for watching today, and happy greening.